Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So you guys may remember how pissed off I was not too long ago about the Speaker of the House comments. Nancy Pelosi made the just asinine comment about how it was a free market. This was when she was asked about members of Congress being allowed to trade stock. And pressure started to mount after she made that comment because most Americans, whether it be on the right or the left, agree that people who are literally making the rules and who have the power to either boost or tank stock prices with their decisions shouldn't then be allowed to profit off of those decisions. I mean, that is the ultimate form of insider trading. And it's why, as I previously mentioned, the members of Congress outperform the most seasoned, experienced stock traders on the planet. That is not a coincidence. Well, just this week, news outlets started reporting that Pelosi was finally backing a bill that would prevent lawmakers from owning or trading stock. And it might even require that her husband, who, by the way, has made a literal fortune during her time in Congress, it would require that he divest like $10 million in stock. And Newsweek is saying that they reviewed Pelosi's disclosures for last year, for 2021, and she purchased somewhere between $10 million to $32 million worth of stock last year. Why is a public servant, a so-called public servant, so freaking wealthy? So when I heard she was backing this new bill, I immediately just assumed, oh, this is one of Pelosi's typical head fakes, because she will often allow bills to the floor for a vote, but she knows that it's going to be killed off by her equally bought and paid corporate Democrat friends and Republicans in the Senate. So to liberals, she looks like a hero, right? To Democrats, she looks like this hero. She looks like a champion for the people, when in reality, she's just allowing others to take the fall for something that she never wanted anyway. So that's her typical MO. But now it appears that she's doing this, she's caving because progressives were planning an end run around her. And so she had no choice but to bring this bill up for a vote or to get on board with another one, because if she didn't, she's going to look like a grifter, which she is. So here's what went down. Here's the deal, and here's why she's caving. There's apparently a House rule that says that if 218 members sign what's known as a draft petition, then a bill automatically goes to the floor for a vote. Well, evidently, progressive House member Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez started this process to try to get this in place. And she started this process on February 1st. So The Intercept's Ryan Grimm wrote that she, quote, started by filing a bill banning member stock trades with the Rules Committee, filled with requirements that would make the committee very unlikely to pass it. The resolution would have required an immediate floor vote on the bill and barred amendments. So they put enough in there that the committee was like, oh God, we can't do this. We can't even touch this thing. This is like toxic. So it just sat there. Well, what he also wrote was that after 7 legislative days, if there's no action on a bill, the House member who entered that bill can file that discharge petition that I mentioned, and then have 218 member signatures on it. And then that forces it to the floor for a vote. Well, Wednesday, February 9th, was the 7th day. So, the writing was on the wall. Pelosi knew exactly what Ocasio-Cortez was doing, and she knew she had to act. And that bill that Ocasio-Cortez submitted was written by Illinois Democrat Raja Krishnamurthy, and it's backed by both parties. That's the really good thing, is that there's members of both parties who are backing this legislation. However, there's still going to be pushback, right? Because members of both parties are filthy rich from their legalized insider trading. There was a study that was published by Market Watch, and it showed that last year, just to give you an example, Texas Republican Congressman Michael McCall bought and sold more stock than any other member in all of Congress. That's the House and the Senate. He purchased more than $31.4 million worth of stock, you guys. And then he sold even more than that. He sold stock totaling over $35 million. And it's not just the corporatists who are in on this game, which I'm really disturbed to say. California progressive Democrat Ro Khanna, who I used to really like, reportedly purchased over $33 million worth of stock last year, and he sold over $19 million. And his wife, in addition to that, they say invested thousands of dollars of stock into fossil fuel companies. Khanna is one of the supposed progressives who says he supports the Green New Deal and ending the influence of big oil and big gas on our country to save our planet from climate destruction. And there's many more congresspeople on both sides of the aisle that are in on this, that are doing this. This is obscene. This is truly obscene. The fact alone that these lawmakers have $30 million to use to purchase stock is vile. It is sickening. Millions of people in this country are barely getting by. So often families have to make the decision. Do I buy food for my family or do I pay the rent? Do I try to keep a roof over our heads? And these so-called public servants who are supposed to work for us, we literally pay their salaries and their health insurance. And then they're taking advantage of their insider knowledge and they're making literal fortunes. Meanwhile, they shoot down and they kill legislation that would help average Americans. $15 minimum wage? Oh, no, you can't have that. That's too much money for you. Medicare for all? Oh, God, no, we can't possibly give you affordable, good health care like the one we have that you all pay for. Student debt relief? No, sorry. Young people have to live in poverty while we go and trade our $30 million. Seriously? Are you freaking kidding me? Now imagine the quality of representative that we would have to choose from if one of these bills were to pass. Right now, the people who want to serve in public office, the vast majority only want to do it to serve their own interests. They know what's going on. They know that how the system is rigged, how they will financially benefit. That's why people like Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue were so eager to become senators. They're already wealthy, but they know that they can double it, triple it, quadruple it if they only had access to that insider information. But imagine the type of people who would be attracted to working in Congress without being able to trade stocks. Real public servants, people who aren't there to line their own pocket. They be there for the right reasons. People who actually give a damn about what's going on in this country, who aren't just trying to enrich themselves and their families. We might actually see change in our failing nation, you guys. Average Americans might actually finally be granted a small sliver of the American dream that's become so elusive. And, we should always remember the people who are totally honest and upfront about it. Because remember, Dan Crenshaw was recently asked about it. And his answer was, well, we have no way to better ourselves if we're not allowed to trade stock. Really? Really? Is that what we're sending them there for? To better themselves? How about you be a better person, don't trade stock, and actually do what's right for the people who voted for you? That's an idea. So keep the pressure on, sign petitions, contact your representatives, Share this information with everyone you know, because this really could be a game changer. If we finally had Congress filled with people who actually want to work for us, what a difference that could make. Anyway, guys, I'll let you know if I hear any more. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.